Good morning, and thank you for being with us here at the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. I am Maria Moreau. This is another installment of Catch Up Quick, where we're catching you up on the stories making headlines in and around Metro Atlanta. And I want to start with this beautiful look of Metro Atlanta. First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris is going to be joining us here in a few minutes to get you set up for the week with your First Alert forecast. But first, let's get into some of those headlines. I want to start with some of what happened over the weekend. Multiple shootings now under investigation. At least 2 people were killed yesterday, both of those incidents happening in South Atlanta. Now, police do not believe they are connected at this time. In the first one, a 39-year-old was found shot early Sunday morning outside the Chevron gas station on Pryor Street. The man was taken to the hospital where he died, unfortunately. No word on his identity or a suspect as officers continue to work to find out what led up to this. Another man was shot dead at an apartment complex on Mount Zion Road in the Glen Rose Heights neighborhood. Police arrived to find a man shot at least twice. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police have not released his name, and if you know anything or you might have any information about either of these cases, you are urged to call Atlanta Police. And this is a case that has garnered national attention and continues here in Athens. An illegal immigrant charged with the murder of a college student. The trial for Laken Riley's death resumed at 8:30 this morning. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is there as prosecutors plan to introduce more evidence today.
The prosecution still has more witnesses and evidence to bring today. That's after they brought 8 witnesses to the stand on Friday. And the state says that both DNA and video evidence prove that Jose Ibara is the man responsible for killing Laken Riley while she was out for an early morning jog on the University of Georgia's campus back in February. Special prosecutor Sheila Ross stated Ibara set out that morning to, quote, hunt for females on the university's campus. One of the more intense moments of Friday came when the state played body camera video from the campus police officer who found Riley dead. He testified that her jacket had been pulled above her chest and her leggings had been tugged down. Later, prosecutors played a Ring camera video showing a man tossing items into a dumpster and shoving something else into a bush. Police found gloves and a jacket with both Riley and Ibara's DNA. Ross says Ibara's DNA was found under Riley's fingernails, as well as a thumbprint matching Ibara's on Riley's phone.
The evidence will show that Laken fought. She fought for her life. She fought for her dignity.
The evidence that Jose Ibara killed Laken Riley is circumstantial.
Because of Ibara's status as an illegal immigrant, the defense asked for a bench trial, meaning the judge is going to decide the outcome in this case, not a jury. And we have a full recap of everything that happened in the courtroom on Friday on our website at atlantanewsfirst.com. At the Athens Clark County Courthouse, I'm Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And I'm taking you live right now inside of that courtroom as we continue to bring you gavel-to-gavel coverage. I want to take a few moments to listen in on the court as it's going on.
Or will be cured by the next witness.
So I will overrule the objection at this time. If it needs to be made later, I'll reconsider.
Yes, sir. Handing you now what has been marked as State's Exhibits 245 and 246. Ask that you recognize those 2 devices, or do you recognize those items?
I do, yes.
What are 245 and 246?
These are the cell phones that were located on that bed on the west wall of the apartment.
And are those the cell?
And again, you can watch this trial as we bring you it live on Atlanta News First Plus on our Courts and Trials channel. You can also download the Atlanta News First app and get notifications on major developments in this case sent directly to your phone. All right, I want to talk about this tragic incident that happened in Buckhead over the weekend. A frightening brush with a wrong-way driver just moments before a deadly collision on Georgia 400. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer spoke with a woman who says that her own life was spared in this incident.
LaTasha Barnes is counting her blessings.
God spared my life.
She says she was driving up 400 headed to work at her church early Sunday morning when she saw something out of the ordinary.
I looked and I saw a light coming toward me. So I'm thinking it's over on the other side.
She quickly realized it was another car driving the wrong way.
And I just kept blowing, thinking that the car was gonna, slow down. But it didn't. It just kept straight. It was just like this. I moved just in time.
Barnes said that car narrowly missed her, sparing her life. Atlanta police say it was just after 5 a.m. when a car traveling the wrong way on 400 hit another head-on. Which car was driving the wrong way was not immediately clear, but the 24-year-old woman driving the Kia was killed. Barnes found out when she got to church.
Oh, heartbroken. I was very heartbroken.
Now, all she can think about are the families of the victims and how lucky she feels to be alive.
My grandkids. I have 12 grandkids and a great-grandbaby, and Lord have mercy, I was just thinking, boy, them babies need me. I even apologize to my sister, brothers, everybody. If I did anything to y'all, I'm sorry. I apologize because my life just flashed before me.
And the Atlanta public school system is looking to hire school resource officers for every elementary school in the district. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson attended the first ever job fair for the force.
Inside Atlanta Public Schools Lakewood Stadium.
Go.
Many feet were on the move. And the cones were out.
Pretty thorough. They did a thorough background. Everything done right here, your fingerprint, they did your interview, the physical agility.
Keith Bird participated in the district's first ever job fair, specifically for school resource officers.
I did 20 years with DeKalb County and 7 years with the Georgia State University Police, so I'm at the twilight of my career, so now I want to give back to the kids, to the community.
Atlanta Public Schools Police Chief Ronald Applin says in October, the school board approved having at least one officer at every elementary school in the district.
After the school shooting in Appalachia, and there was conversations about this way before then, but that was probably the tipping point.
The goal is to hire 45 of them, which is different from how things are now.
Our officers were covering the elementary schools. We have rovers, right? So those officers were roaming around and they were just dropping in on elementary schools throughout the day. And they were also responding to elementary schools when there were issues.
Protecting students from a tragedy like the one in Appalachia High School in Barrow County, which claimed the lives of 2 teachers and 2 students, is not only a priority for the district, but also the reason why Bird says he's going through the process.
People want a feeling of security and safety. So I see, why they want to do that.
Candidates who qualify could make between $45,000 to a little over $67,000. They could also bank a $2,500 hiring incentive. For Bird, it's not about money. It's about mentoring the next generation.
I'm passionate about the community, and that's what I'm about.
He hopes others will jump on board.
Making a difference and, being a presence so people can feel safe. I would definitely recommend it.
In Atlanta, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
Well, hey, speaking of community, this is really a fun community event you don't want to miss. You're going to want to mark your calendar for this Friday, November 22nd. Atlanta News First is a proud partner of Magic of Lights. It's a drive-through display that runs through January 4th at Dixie Speedway in Woodstock. And this speaks for itself. It is a wonderful opportunity to bring your family, your friends, your dog, and enjoy some holiday lights. You can buy your tickets now on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. The prices, by the way, are per car, not per person. So really encourage you to tell your friends and bring everybody out. All right. I did promise that we would bring you your first alert forecast, so I want to take you back out here at a wonderful live look at our home here in Atlanta. I'm going to bring in first alert meteorologist Rodney Harris with a look at the week ahead.
And good morning to you, Maria. I tell you what, it's going to feel like about watching Christmas lights later on this week. Doesn't really feel like that today. We're back into the 70s, but it will feel like Christmas, like the holidays by Thursday for sure. I hope you are all off to a good start to your week. That's a live look, by the way, at Atlanta, as Maria mentioned there on the right-hand side of your screen. Today, again, it's going to turn out to be a really nice day. But I mentioned this earlier this morning on Atlanta News First. We were doing our newscast. We basically have like 3 separate seasons happening this week here in North Georgia. So let's get to it. By the way, right now it's 66 degrees. That's your current temperature. So today, the culprit for a lot of the changes that we will see in your forecast this week is that cold front that you see on the left-hand side of your screen there. That cold front will gradually swing through the southeast over the next several days. Today, it will stay west of us, and we are still under the influence of high pressure. So that's why today will be really nice. That wind around that high is coming out of the south, which is why your temperatures are back in the low 70s. All right, so Tuesday, that front is closer to us. At this point, now we are looking at rain that's moving in. In fact, we're forecasting rain for North Georgia when you drive to work on Tuesday morning. So just go ahead and prepare for that right out of the gate. Not really forecasting any flooding, no severe weather, but definitely a wet morning commute. That rain will continue through Tuesday afternoon as well, and it'll start to let up a bit by Tuesday evening. Then the front itself will actually move through on Wednesday. We'll have a really big wind shift, and cold and windy weather will follow Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the end of the week will be chilly, which is part of some first alerts that we have. Let's talk about today. Today, great day. Lunchtime, we're at 69 degrees. 3 o'clock, 73, mostly sunny skies. By the end of your commute this evening, 68 at 6 o'clock and 64 is your temperature at 9 o'clock. Now, fast forward to tomorrow morning. Here is the first of our 2 first alerts this week. By the time you drive to work on Tuesday, there will be rain out there. So what you see highlighted in red with that banner, that's the first alert. Looks like the rain will be heaviest as you go south and west of Atlanta, but everybody will see that rain as you drive to work on Tuesday morning. Lunchtime, still seeing showers out there. At 5 o'clock when you're driving home to work, this is sort of the end of the event. We'll still have showers for your evening commute, but it won't be as heavy as what we'll see in the morning. And then by Tuesday evening, some scattered showers will be around, but the coverage is going to drop, so we'll drop that first alert for Tuesday evening. Now, here's what you can expect on Wednesday. Wednesday, the rain is over, okay? But now we have our actual cold front moving through, so Wednesday's interesting because we'll start at 69 degrees, nearly 70 degrees at 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. You won't need the jacket for that, but notice what happens by 5 o'clock. You're driving home from work just 2 hours later, and it's in the 50s, okay, at 5 o'clock. So you won't need the jacket at 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, but you will need it by 5 o'clock. And then as we fast forward to 7, 8 o'clock, temperatures dropping into the 40s. So Wednesday will be one of those weird days where it'll start warm in the afternoon, but quickly cool off throughout the evening. And Wednesday will be breezy, so keep that in mind. We don't have this out yet, but it's not impossible to have a wind advisory at some point because of that wind that'll kick in on Wednesday. So that's what you can expect. I'm going to put it all together for you. The 7-day forecast. Today is 74, mostly sunny, nice day. Tuesday is a first alert specifically for rain, especially Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon. Your high is 66. Wednesday, the high's back up to like 71. That's early in the afternoon around 3 o'clock. Remember, between 3 and 5, that temperature will drop. So you're going to feel the temperatures dropping Wednesday evening if you're headed out. Definitely grab the jacket Wednesday evening. Wednesday is breezy. And then Thursday morning when you get out the door in Atlanta, 40, the suburbs, the 30s, and only up to 56 on Thursday afternoon. That's the first alert. Just pure cold to be out there Thursday. Thursday is also a breezy day. Friday when you get out the door, 37 in Atlanta. The mid-30s in the suburbs and only up to 52 on Friday afternoon. So Friday will be another cold day, and highs are staying in the 50s for Saturday as well. So that's what I meant when I said that basically the end of the weekend going into the weekend will be cold. So that's what you can expect this week. Some big changes coming. Today, great day, mostly sunny, 70s. Tomorrow, rain, especially in the morning and in the afternoon. That's first alert. Wednesday, warm in the afternoon, but cold by Wednesday evening and windy, and it'll stay cold and windy for Thursday and Friday as well. Thursday is at another, the extra first alert for the cold specifically. We'll keep you up to date on this forecast. Some big changes again over the next 48 hours especially, so we'll be tracking that front for you. We'll have an update on Atlanta News First at noon. You can always find your updates in the First Alert Weather app. Hope you guys have an amazing day today, amazing week, and until next time, we'll see you soon.